What the heck is happening at Scout? It's been just over a year since Scout pulled the cover off their new Terra and Traveler truck and SUV, and we haven't heard much about what's going on inside the company. Well, I've got the man, one of the guys in charge of strategy here at Scout. We're going to talk about things like how has the design changed, how the accessories changed, but bigger questions on like what's happening with pricing. Is it going to be the same price? When is this thing going to be in stores? How are they going to sell it? So I ask all the questions in this video, and we're going to try to get a little bit more about what exactly is happening at Scout. Are they still on schedule? And are these things actually going to be awesome? All right, everybody, we've got a very special guest. Ryan, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. Ryan Decker, Head of Strategy and Brand at Scout Motors.
So Ryan is one of the guys in charge of making this come to reality. And Ryan, the question I want to ask you today is, what is happening at Scout? Where are you guys at?
A lot is happening at Scout, but right here, right now, we're at the Los Angeles Auto Show. Excited to be here at the first time Scout has been at an auto show in more than 45 years.
Wow.
And we wanted to show up here in California because we think it's the perfect place to show off the new versatility we have on the Traveler and the Terra. With the Harvester powertrain, with the accessories, with the new paint colors and trims, with the bench seat that I'm sitting on here, we think these vehicles are right for work and play across the state. So
Ryan, last time I saw this was a year ago, and there were two vehicles you guys showed us in Tennessee. There was the SUV and the truck. Now I understand that these two vehicles have gone through quite a progression, so walk me through what you've done with these concepts.
Well, first, it's the little aesthetic differences, of course. So we want to showcase the versatility of the products and the brand, and frankly, we want to showcase that we can reach different target customers. So you'll see different finishes, you'll see different fabrics, you'll see different textures, you'll see different paint colors, but more substantially, you'll see how we outfitted and kitted the vehicles on the outside. So both the Traveler and the Terra now come with new accessories. It's worth mentioning, we will have an accessories portfolio at launch. We recently announced that we will have an accessory installation center right there at the factory in Blythewood, and you get a feel for what we want to do, from the roof racks to the go boxes to the rock sliders and the assist steps to what we now call the backpack on the back of the Traveler over there. You see the versatility coming to life through these accessories.
So let's talk a little bit about where you're at with kind of development. So as I understand it, these two cars are the same that we saw a year ago, but I was talking to you off camera, and you've got a whole fleet of mules you've begun testing. Is that correct?
That's right. So we're in it now. We're right in the project world. So the vehicles are definitely going from ideas to reality. Okay. So that means the real engineering work's happening, the part suppliers are being awarded, and the vehicles are coming to life via real hardware, what we call mules. Those mules are going through durability testing, they're going through cold weather testing, they're going through what I got to experience, which was dynamic testing, which was you got to put the suspension to the test, you got to put the drive units and the rear axle to the test, and it gave me goosebumps to see these things coming to life for the first time. Awesome products, really fun to drive.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the powertrain. So at launch there was electric and then the Harvester range extender. Are you still on that portfolio, still on that plan?
Absolutely. So we're still moving forward with two powertrains, the all-electric version, which can do up to 350 miles of all-electric range. But what we're also quite excited about, what we see as a game changer, is what we call our Harvester range extender. Combined range of around 500 miles, over 100 all-electric, the rest coming, of course, from the built-in gas power generator. And we think it's a game changer because it preserves the cool things of what make an electric vehicle cool. A front trunk, crazy torque, crazy acceleration, but with the confidence of being able to go over 500 miles and not have to worry about charging.
So walk me a little bit through that range extender. Can you tell me a little bit about what's powering it, where it lives in the truck?
So what we said publicly is, of course, is that we will package it actually in the rear of the vehicle.
Okay.
So if you can imagine it, it's right there behind the rear of the rear axle. It does not impact the load floor. It does not impact approachability or rear departure angles or ground clearance. And so we think it's actually quite an elegant solution. In some ways, it's almost like a Porsche 911, but obviously a little bit more rugged than that. And because it's packaged back there, it is an interesting, value driver in that you still get the front trunk, and the engine's very far away from the driver experience. So from an NVH, from a noise perspective, it's a little bit less noticeable than had you had the big engine right here in front of your knees.
But you guys haven't announced specs on that range extender, what it's going to be?
Not yet.
Okay, gotcha. So Ryan, I want you to walk me through some of the changes that you've made with these concepts. So what are some of the big news points?
Well, the first thing you'll see is paint color. So we wanted to embrace still that agricultural inspired heritage that Scout has. This is what we call silo green. It works. Second thing you'll see is on the Terra, bigger tires, 37-inch tires, different wheel combinations. And then as you pan around, of course, you'll see lots of new accessories. So you'll see the assist steps and the sliders here. You will see the integrated roof rack on top with rear and front lights. You'll see an integrated Go Box concept here. This is a toolbox or whatever functionality you need. I won't hop in there and open it, but you will also see Scout-inspired accessories and tools in that Go Box. And when you come along to the Traveler, if you don't mind, should we walk over?
Let's go check it out.
You'll see this, which is what we call the backpack. Yeah. So of course, this is our full-size spare tire carrier. And we're back. We wanted you to have the possibility to have something more useful for you. So this is what we call our backpack. It is a integrated kind of container area. We'll have, as you can imagine, lots of different storage, lots of different options here. Coming alongside the Traveler, it's a similar story. You'll see our roof rack on there, but you'll see different wheel and tire combinations. And inside both vehicles, you will see different colors, materials, and finishes.
Welcome to shooting at the LA Auto Show.
Since we're over here, if you come around and back and look back to the front of the Terra, this is of course the proper bull bar on the bumper combination here. We wanted to make sure it had that rugged character, again finding some heritage agricultural inspiration.
Yeah. So it kind of seems like you guys have a little bit of a two-pronged approach. Like obviously with the 18s and the 37s, this is targeted at someone who really wants to go out in the backwoods. And then this still is on BFG KO3s, but it's got a little bit more of a street vibe.
And that's exactly what we believe the Scout brand can do. We believe it's capable enough to be cool in an urban or a city environment, but hard-working enough to work on a farm. And that's always what Scout was. They called themselves the 8-day-a-week truck, and that's something that we're still taking seriously. We want to have that versatility throughout the products.
So Ryan, you are in a really unique position where you are overseeing a lot of the strategic decisions at Scout. Is it more fun coming up with cool paint colors and bull bars, or is it more fun like dealing with, oh, we got to build a factory? One seems like obviously.
Well, obviously paint colors and bull bars. No, kidding. I think every part of the company is cool and fun and exciting because it's once in a lifetime to get to build this whole thing from scratch like we are.
Right.
So yes, sometimes that paint colors. Yes, that's sometimes project decisions. Yes, that's sometimes factory progress. But it's all cool and fun.
And how big is the total Scout team now?
I think we're right around 1,200 employees, which is actually not bad considering we started with 2 and we're just over 3 years old. So not bad progress, I would say.
And what I think is interesting about this project, Scout is within the Volkswagen Group, but there doesn't seem to be much, if at all, Volkswagen pushing or influence on what you guys are doing. You guys have a lot of autonomy in design and engineering?
One thing we always positioned ourselves was as an entrepreneurial sandbox. We wanted to show what could happen when you innovate, when you move with speed. Of course, we value Volkswagen Group support, we value their expertise, and in many ways we think we're sort of combining the best of an American startup approach with the best of one of the world's largest OEMs.
Nice.
Which is quite an interesting combination.
What about timing? So there's 2 products coming, the electric one and then the gasoline-assisted one. Which one's coming to market first?
We haven't set our official launch cadence yet, but we're holding the line on initial production beginning in 2027.
Okay. And let's talk a little bit about the production facility. So brand new factory going up. How's that going?
Every week I go down there now, it seems like something crazy is happening in terms of progress.
Yeah.
So the buildings are nearing completion. What we're very excited about is we just started hiring our direct folks. So the folks who will actually work on that factory floor, our initial tranche of them have come on board, which is an exciting milestone for us because we get to see, are we able to appeal to these folks in these communities to come work in this factory? The answer has been yes. And these folks go on to become sort of our best ambassadors going back into the community. Other thing we're recently announced that we're quite excited about is a $300 million incremental investment into our supplier park, which is where we'll have our just-in-time suppliers. It's where we'll do battery assembly, and it's also where we'll have that accessory installation center I mentioned. So quite excited about progress on that front as well.
So since I got a chance to go a little hands-on with the product back in October of last year, there's been a lot of changes to the political landscape and a lot of changes to the EV landscape with the elimination of the tax credit. How are you guys handling that?
We've always said we're making a cool product that we think is at a competitive price that people are going to want to buy. We are not building this company or these products dependent upon federal incentives, which may or may not be there by the time we come to market. So we're going to hold the line on what we think is a really compelling product at a good price and not worry about the incentive situation.
So are you seeing more interest in the range extended one or the full electric one at this point?
We have said that publicly, that the majority of our reservations are coming from the Harvester range extender.
Okay.
And we're not surprised by that because we do believe it's sort of delivering on the best of both worlds. You still get the electric torque, you get the electric acceleration, you get the electric front trunk, you have innovative, cool software that can get better overnight. But again, it comes with the confidence of having that built-in gas-powered engine that gives you over 500 miles of range, and that's what customers want.
Cool. Now, you mentioned that you had a chance to experience some of the mules. You know, kind of walk me through what that was like. What's it like getting behind the wheel or experiencing a car that's just born for the first time?
Well, you know, it's hard to imagine, frankly, to have been involved in the company very early from the beginning when it started as ideas, and then the ideas went to sketches, and then the sketches went to real engineering work, and then the real engineering work started to show up into a factory, and now all of that has led to real hardware that can actually drive, get behind the wheel. So just really cool to see it as the progress of the company, but even cooler to actually drive and experience the Scout because it delivers upon exactly what we wanted it to deliver upon. It's fun, it's exciting, it has awesome performance, it gives you all of the features and capability and size that you want of a Scout, but it's just a whole lot of fun to drive as well.
So it's been announced that Scout is in partnership with Rivian for a lot of the software. How are you guys able to work with them and yet still give this vehicle a unique feel so it doesn't feel like a Rivian? Kind of walk me through that.
We are working with the Rivian Volkswagen Group joint venture on software integration. That work is now happening as we speak. There are mules that are being used for dynamic testing, but there's now also mules that are being used for software integration. In terms of then how we're ensuring Scout DNA, that's way more than the software. That's where the software meets the hardware. From a user experience, of course, you'll see the very tactile operation here. You'll see the physical switches, you'll see the knobs, you'll see the real handles, you'll see the lockers and everything up here. From a hardware perspective, it's worth mentioning that this platform is completely different than what anyone else is doing.
Okay.
Body on frame construction, solid rear axle, integrated drive unit into the axle. So from a user experience and from a hardware perspective, quite unique in what we think is completely ownable Scout DNA.
So from the launch, I mean, there was a lot of differences between this vehicle and other EVs on the market, let alone some gas vehicles. Like you said, body and frame, solid axle. Is it still the plan to continue on that route?
Oh, 100%. No turning back from that. And frankly, we're quite excited by that because we think it's a completely ownable differentiator for us.
So Ryan, last two questions. First of all, let's talk a little bit about the sales network. Are you still going with the direct-to-consumer model?
We are, the way we see it, we've built an all-new platform, all new products, all new factory, all new company. We wanted to go with an all-new sales model that we thought was best for our customers. And what that means is we want to give them transparency, we want to earn their trust, and we really want to put them and their experience in the center of our company. So we are still going with our direct sales model.
So is that going to look like Scout stores located throughout various parts of the US?
We haven't announced fully our plans there, but yes, there will be brick and mortar facilities that are designed to service and deliver Scout vehicles at scale.
Very cool. And then last question, timing and pricing, have those changed at all?
No, they haven't. We're still initial production targeted for 2027. Starting retail pricing will be below $60,000.
Well, Ryan, thanks, dude. I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Enjoy the auto show.
Thank you very much.
Well, I tried my best. I really wanted to find some additional stats about that range extender and how it's going to work, but they're still being incredibly tight-lipped about all the details. So likely that's going to come in the future. But folks, I'm glad to see pricing has remained the same and that timing is still 2027. So let me know what you guys think. Is Scout going to make it? Are they going to be successful? Are you interested in buying one? Drop me a comment below. And as always, this has been Tommy. Check out alltfl.com for the latest and greatest in all new car news here from the LA Auto Show 2025.